Imagine this. You worked your whole life. Decades of waking up early, clocking in, dealing with a boss you can't stand, eating sad lunches in a break room. You finally retire. You're tired. You're broke. You're living on Social Security, clipping coupons, wondering if you can afford name-brand cereal this week. And then you win the lottery. Millions. Hundreds of millions. Suddenly your retirement goes from, I hope I can pay the electric bill, to, I'm buying a mansion. Sounds like the perfect ending, right? The universe finally saying, hey, you earned it. Here's your reward. Nope. The people in today's video won life-changing money during or near retirement and lost all of it. We're talking grandmas, retirees, disabled folks who should have been set for life, and they ended up broker than they were before the first ticket. Now, if you're not subscribed, fix that immediately. I'm serious. Hit subscribe, smash the bell, and thank me later. We drop videos like this every week, and you do not want to miss what's coming next. Let's go. Number 1. Gloria McKenzie, the 84-year-old grandma who won nearly $600 million because someone said, go ahead. Gloria McKenzie was 84, a retired teacher renting a shabby duplex across from a cow pasture in Zephyr Hills, Florida, living on Social Security. Every day she'd walk into Publix and buy one Powerball ticket. On May 18, 2013, she was standing in line when the woman ahead of her, Mindy Crandall, with her 10-year-old daughter, said, go ahead. 2 words worth $590.5 million. Gloria's quick pick matched every number. Largest single-ticket Powerball jackpot in history, won by a grandma. Because someone let her cut in line, Mindy's family had joked, watch, that lady's gonna win. When Gloria appeared on the news, Mindy's daughter immediately recognized her. Mindy said she had no regrets. Gloria took the lump sum, roughly $278 million after taxes. She donated nearly $2 million to fix the roof of the school where she'd once taught in Maine. She bought a beautiful home in a gated golf community in Jacksonville. So far, so good. Then she gave half to her son Scott and handed him power of attorney over her finances. Huge mistake. Scott hired a financial advisor, not a top firm, but a local radio host named Hank Madden, who had zero experience managing hundreds of millions. According to court documents, Gloria's money earned between 0.02 and 0.08%, while Hank charged $2 million in fees. That's like paying a plumber $2 million to watch your faucet drip. After Gloria had a bad fall, Scott allegedly started making moves against her interests, eventually transferring her house deed into his name and relocating her to Pennsylvania. At 90 years old, Gloria filed a 40-page lawsuit accusing her son of exploiting a vulnerable adult. She was seeking over $10 million in damages. Scott denied everything. The case never resolved. Hank died in 2020. Gloria died in February 2021 at 92. Nobody knows how much of the fortune survived. Number 2. Alex and Roa Toth, 1990, Florida. Alex and Roa Toth have 6 kids. Alex can't work due to a disability. Their bank account, $24.76. Then they win $13 million in the Florida lottery. They chose annual payments of $666,666. Yes, that number is ominous. The universe was sending a memo. They flew around the world on private jets, met Oprah, met Donald Trump, lived in a $1,000 a night Vegas penthouse for 3 months. That's 90 grand just on a hotel room. Alex discovered his passion for gambling, and not the fun kind, the kind where you feed your kid's future into a slot machine. Back in Florida, things got wild. Rhoda accused their 19-year-old son and his girlfriend of killing the family dog and burning Alex's Corvette. She got a restraining order against them. They filed for bankruptcy twice, and they never hired an accountant. So they weren't paying taxes correctly on that $666 grand. In 2006, the feds indicted both of them for filing fraudulent tax returns. They owed over $500,000 in back taxes. By then, the millions were a memory. They were living in a mobile home in Hudson, Florida. Their only electricity, an extension cord running from their car battery. From a Vegas penthouse to a car battery. Let that sink in. Alex was declared mentally incompetent to stand trial and died of a heart attack in 2008 at 60, completely penniless. Rhoda served 2 years in federal prison. She later said the moment she learned she was a lottery millionaire was the moment that ruined her life. Number 3. Lou Eisenberg. A 53-year-old guy named Lou Eisenberg wakes up every day, goes to a midtown office building, and changes light bulbs. That's his whole job. $225 a week. He and his wife Bernice sleep in the living room so their daughter can have the bedroom. Every Friday, he buys a $1 lottery ticket at the candy store. On Friday, November the 13th, yes, Friday the 13th, Lou picks his numbers based on his old home addresses. That Sunday, he calls the Lotto hotline. Like always, this time the automated voice reads back his numbers. He calls back 7 times because the man simply cannot process it. He turns to Bernice. "Sit down. I think we're millionaires." $5 million. At the time, the biggest lottery prize in the world. The media went crazy. They called him Lightbulb Lou. He was on Johnny Carson. He hung out with Regis Philbin and Sammy Davis Jr. His famous line, "For 53 years I've been eating bread. Now I want to eat cake." Lou quit his job, though hilariously, he went back to work the very next day before coming to his senses. "What kind of a nut am I? I was putting in light bulbs and I had $5 million. He got about $150,000 after taxes per year for 20 years. He bought a condo, traveled everywhere, Paris, Vegas, Hawaii, treated everyone to fancy dinners. 2 divorces ate into the money. He picked up a gambling habit at the dog tracks in Florida. When his final check arrived in 2001, the money was gone. All of it. Lou ended up in a mobile home in West Palm Beach, living on $600 a month from Social Security. But here's the twist. The guy had 0 regrets. "I wouldn't have done it any other way," he said. He still played the lottery and was genuinely thrilled when he won $4.50. He died in August 2021 at 93, having outlived his fortune by 20 years, and still smiling. Honestly, kind of beautiful. But don't worry, the stories get a lot less wholesome from here. Number 4. William Budd. Bud Post was born in Erie, Pennsylvania in 1939. His mother died when he was 8, and his father sent him to an orphanage. He grew up drifting, truck driver, carnival worker, circus cook, pipeline painter. He was married 5 times before his big win and served jail time for writing bad checks. By 1988, he was on disability. His bank account, $2.46. He pawned a ring for $40. Gave the cash to his landlady and sometimes girlfriend Ann Carpick and asked her to buy 40 lottery tickets. Ann bought 20 extra. One of those 60 tickets won $16.2 million. He chose annual payments of about $498,000. In the first 2 weeks, he spent $300,000 buying a liquor license, leasing a restaurant for his siblings, purchasing a used car lot, and acquiring a twin-engine airplane. Small detail, Bud did not have a pilot's license. 3 months in, $500,000 in debt. A year later, he bought a crumbling mansion for $395,000 that he never finished renovating. Then came the avalanche. Ann Carpick sued him for 1/3 of the prize. After 3 years in court, the judge agreed and froze all his payments until Bud paid up. The paper millionaire couldn't access a dime. Then his brother Jeffrey hired a hitman to kill Bud and his wife, intending to inherit the money. The hitman was a police informant. Jeffrey went to prison. His own brother tried to have him murdered for a boat. Bud fired a shotgun at a debt collector who showed up at his mansion. He shot into his 6th wife's car during a fight. Visitors described the mansion as having plywood windows, a debris-filled pool, broken security beeping every 60 seconds, and Bud wandering around without his dentures because they gave him headaches. In 1996, he sold the mansion for $65,000. Remember, he paid nearly $400,000 and auctioned off his remaining payments for $2.65 million. Fresh start, right? He blew it on. 2 houses, a truck, 3 cars, 2 Harleys, 2 62-inch Sonys, a luxury camper, and a $260,000 sailboat in Mississippi. He was arrested on that boat for refusing to serve his prison sentence from the shotgun incident. Bud Post died January 15, 2006, at 66, back on disability, $450 a month plus food stamps, over $1 million in debt, married 7 times. His funeral was attended by his 7th wife and a couple of children. He called the lottery of death. He told reporters, "Everybody dreams of winning money, but nobody realizes the nightmares that come out of the woodwork." And his most haunting quote, "I was much happier when I was broke." Number 5. Janite Lee, the wig shop worker who dined with presidents, then couldn't afford dinner. A 52-year-old South Korean immigrant named Janite Lee runs a wig shop. Then she wins $18 million in the Illinois lottery. She chose annuity payments, $620,000 a year. Smart move. Should have lasted her the rest of her life. But instead of buying yachts, Janite became a big-time political donor. She poured money into the Democratic Party and suddenly found herself having dinner with President Bill Clinton, Vice President Al Gore, and the President of South Korea. She donated over $1 million to Washington University's law school. They put her name on a reading room. From the outside, the rare winner who had it figured out. Behind the curtain, disaster. She hadn't bought her $1 million home. She was making payments. She leased luxury cars. She borrowed from banks. She maxed out credit cards. She was spending next year's check today. She gambled heavily. When she tried to pay off a loan early, she got hit with a $750,000 penalty. Desperate, she sold her future payments for a lump sum. Not enough. In 2001, Janet filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy. Less than $700 in her account. $2.5 million in debt. From dining with the president to not being able to buy groceries. 8 years was all it took. Number 6. Jack Whitaker. On Christmas Eve, 2002, Jack bought $100 in Powerball tickets at his usual gas station. He wasn't a regular player, only bought when the jackpot passed $100 million. Christmas morning, he realized he'd matched every number, $314.9 million. The largest single-ticket win in American history at that time. Jack took the lump sum, $113 million after taxes. His first moves were genuinely amazing. He donated $23 million to churches. He started a foundation pouring $14 million into helping the rural poor. He bought the gas station deli lady a house, a Jeep, and a $44,000 check. He gave away at least $50 million total. Then it unraveled. He started flashing cash at a local strip club, slapping $50,000 on the bar one night. Someone drugged him and stole $545,000 from his car. Months later, another $200,000 was stolen at the same club. Over 400 lawsuits piled up. Caesars Atlantic City sued him for bouncing $1.5 million in checks. The real tragedy was Brandy. Jack gave his 15-year-old granddaughter $2,000 a week and 4 cars. He pulled her out of school after the lottery made them famous. Without structure, with unlimited cash, and a grandfather too busy drinking and partying to supervise, Brandy attracted all the wrong people. In September 2004, her boyfriend was found dead of an overdose in Jack's home. 3 months later, almost exactly 2 years after Jack bought that winning ticket, Brandy's body was found wrapped in plastic behind an abandoned van. She was 17. No one was ever charged. Jewel divorced in 2008, ending 42 years of marriage. His daughter Ginger died of cancer in 2009 at 42. His mansion burned down in 2016. Jack told reporters, "I wish I'd torn that ticket up. And I pretty much lost everything I held dear in my life." He died June 27, 2020 at 72. Few friends, very little money. The man who won $300 million on Christmas became one of the saddest stories in American lottery history. Number 7. Suzanne Mullins, the woman whose good heart emptied her bank account. Suzanne Mullins from Virginia matches all 6 numbers in the lotto, $4.2 million. When the radio announced the winning ticket was sold at her local store, Suzanne checked her numbers and started screaming. Her daughter thought she was being attacked. Suzanne and her husband Tommy seemed grounded. They split the prize 3 ways with their daughter, $47,000 a year each after taxes. Tommy kept his job. No mansions, just a family doing the right thing. Then the American healthcare system entered the chat. Suzanne's son-in-law got chronically ill. No health insurance. She covered his medical bills, which exceeded $1 million. He passed away in 2000, leaving grief and a mountain of debt. With her tiny annual payments barely making a dent, Suzanne borrowed nearly $200,000 from a company that specifically preyed on lottery winners needing cash fast. When Virginia changed the rules to allow lump sum payouts, she cashed out, but stopped repaying the loan. The company sued. A judge ordered her to pay over $154,000. Her lawyer's response? She has zero assets, nothing left. Her attorney said something that sums up this entire video. It's not security. A lot of times it causes more problems than it solves. Conclusion: 7 retirees, 7 jackpots, 7 empty bank accounts. These weren't 20-year-olds. These were people at the finish line of life who got the one miracle every retiree dreams about: financial freedom at the exact moment they needed it most. And every single one of them lost it all. 1 out of 3 lottery winners goes bankrupt. But for retirees, it hits different. There's no going back to work, no second career, no "I'll rebuild" when the money's gone at 70 or 80. It's just gone. And if you're still not subscribed, come on now. We just spent all this time together. We're basically family at this point. Hit subscribe, smash that bell, and drop a comment telling me which story hit you the hardest. I read every single one. Until next time.